Good morning, welcome to the new vlog. Today I'm in a village called Earl Sterndale, and I'm here to meet up with, and I keep looking left and right to see if he's coming, with Craig Yates of Craig Yates Photography. The plan, not that there was much of one, was to come along here and photograph Crome Hill, Parkhouse Hill, two amazing rises in the land in this part of, this neck of the woods. As part of our Icons series. So I don't know if the opening title of this will have been Icons, so great. Unfortunately, it is of course the height of summer in the UK, so it's quite cold, it's grey skies, and I'm going to have to put a raincoat on. It's character building, this is. I don't normally park here, I park at Hollandsclough village, which has got a very distinct walk to where we're going. So I'm not entirely sure what Craig has got in store for me, but it feels to me that the hills are over that way, and if so, that means there's a walk and an up walk. So if he's done this on me as a bit of a prank, fair play, kudos, well done Craig. Not looking forward to it though. Yeah, Craig is notoriously shit at getting anywhere early, so I'm probably going to get bored and start walking, but I don't want to walk the wrong way. I'm going to really unhappy if I do that. Don't know what to do. My American and other colonial cousins viewing. So this is a pretty typical British village. You see there, we've got the little village green, very pretty, and that's probably where we used to execute people in public. And the usual church. Not many villages you won't find there's no church. Here we go. Look at this. There you go. Quite atmospheric, really. Probably gets about 5 people in it on any given month. I would probably get some shots of this. I'm gonna have a walk round anyway while I'm waiting for Craig, but it's such a grey sky and it's pudding factor 5. There's just absolutely no feature to it. This could break up a bit later. It's very bright up there. I don't think it will. Oh, there are some fresh, well, there is a fresh grave there. It's beautiful actually as well. Let me just give you a look. There you go. When you're just the average citizen, the memory will fade, but it is very nice that while that memory is fresh, that you get a little bit of attention, that the memory is cherished. And that's what this is about. Don't matter to you, of course, because you're dead, but get that little bird feeder as well. Beautiful, lovely. That's a pleasant thing, a pleasant memory. Okay, I think I've just seen his lordship. I'll have a wander down. I didn't have my glasses on when I saw the car, so it was just a black blob. Let's go see. Yeah, it's him. And his little noddy mobile. He's doing his laces. Should probably go give him a hand. Good morning. How are you? I was just nosing at this church, to be honest. But yeah.
Where have you parked?
Just down there, a little pulling down there, because some twat just gave me a postcode instead of actual parking location.
You didn't ask for that.
Whatever. What was that?
That's detecting you've just walked in.
That's useful, isn't it?
It is.
So I'm imagining we got to walk up there.
No, it's that way.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's.
I retract my previous statement. Do you mean it looks different?
We'll be fine.
Do you mean it looks different? Oh, do you just mean there's a building? Someone's had the temerity to put a building there?
No, that's been totally revamped.
Alright. And why would that make a difference?
Because there was a gate, I think.
Yeah, alright.
It's still early, I'm still waking up. Let me get myself sorted.
So the way Craig's bringing me is interesting. And I come through up a little public footpath. It's moved, by the way, be coming up in the next few months, I would imagine. They kind of moved the entrance because there's a brand new build happening there. It must cost a lot of money. And so I've come up through here, and then look at this. There's a little, I don't know what this is. This looks like one of those honesty box things, but there's nothing in it. I'll show you. So, do you think this is? No, it's deaf old man. Little gate. Oh Christ! Through another gate, which is on a lock, and then there's another gate. Our gates, Craig. All right, but we can see the beautiful hills ahead. So this is a new angle for me. So I must admit, I have a little tiny bit of excitement, but it's so grey. It is looking thin up there, though, isn't it? Okay, so Craig's brought me to a lovely spot. It's all there. I'll show you in a second, but I want you to listen to me talking for a bit. But it is beautiful. We've got the two big hills, Park House and Chrome, and then there's a kind of rise to the right and some trees that break it up. There's massive sheep just barring away down there. There's an ugly farm down the bottom, but that's just how farms go, innit? It's gorgeous. Sadly, right now, the sky not gorgeous. There is a break. Well, there isn't a break. There's a banding in the sort of factor 5 that drops it to a 4.5, where there's a bit of, what would you say, blue? Bit of blue in there. Yeah, it's a tinge of blue, thin band. And so this could break. This could thin out and gives a few breaks of sun. That would be wonderful if that happened. Right, I've got to walk down a hill, which I'm fine with, but of course this means on the way back I've got to walk back up it. It looks horrendous. So, and even walking down is not good, because it's one of them places where put a foot wrong, smash your head on jutting rocks. It's joyful, absolutely joyful. But scenery's good. I just, we're usual boring crap that we issue all the time, every one of us, every single one of the photographers. With no light. I just need some light. We're no exception to that. And just a heads up as well, while I'm here negotiating this ridiculous hill, I think I'm going to do Heather next. I don't mean some girl named Heather, although I have. We're going to do, or I'm going to do, some heather shots, because they're all starting to really bloom now. I've seen loads of purpley bits. So that's something to watch out for if you're out doing your photography this coming week. The heather is starting to bloom. Get some lovely stuff. And if you could combine it with sunrise or sunset, oh my word. And I find especially sunset for heather works for me. Hopefully I can show some of that off this year. I had a good time with it last year. Okay. See, the thing is with this down is I've got to come back up. Have I mentioned that already? Going down is fine, except it's a bit of a strain on your calves, but coming back up, oh, awful. And here we have Photographus moronicus. As you see, he's busy walking along a trail cut from 1,000 other Photographi moronici. Hey, Craig's shit scared of cows. He's such a prick.
Just one charge, isn't it?
Well, it's just the way of things, isn't it? All right, girl, calm down. All right, my beauty. Okay, so we've come up, been here before, of course, because this is, of course, icons of the peak. This is where Craig and I are going to some of the most photographed places, and we're sort of doing our own thing. And one thing we've just said, we're bitching and moaning about the weather and the weather report. And I think I fairly stated to Craig, well, this is it. This is the life of a landscape photographer. You set out with all the best intentions and with the greatest aspirations and as much optimism as you can muster, except in my case, of course, when I just expect death and disaster. And then you come and you've got putting factor 5 skies. There's now drizzle. Someone didn't bring a rain mac. Someone did, folks. And but the bottom line is you still got these amazing places. And so it's up to you as the photographer to capture something regardless in that weather, be it, you know, absolutely pudding factor 0 sky going into the minus pudding factor, in fact, where it's just plain blue. That can be difficult. Or like today, we've got a kind of milky 4.5 cloud now, but there's a heck of a wind, which we weren't expecting. There's a heck of a wind driving it. So we could get a break in the cloud. It could present some structure, some texture, you know, that's interesting. That maybe will be a break and we'll get that light. That happened to me in Macclesfield just a week ago, where I got 50 seconds of fantastic light and got some shots from that. Absolutely really great experience for me. And you do all this walking. So, but bottom line, this is an icon. That's Parkhouse Hill, the Dragon's Back. Do they call that one the Dragon's Back, or is it this one? I mean, I imagine it's that one. Yeah, it's the. I mean, the wonderful wonder. I remember first seeing this. Little aside. At first, I didn't even know this existed, and I was driving through to go to somewhere else, and came through Crowdercote village. That's where I was going through, and in the distance, I saw these two hills, and I genuinely had to stop because I didn't believe what I was seeing. I just couldn't get in my head that we weren't in New Zealand or something. It just amazing. So I think the earliest opportunity I got, I came down to Hollandsclough Park there and came and had a look at these fantastic hills. They've reached I don't know, they're just two big lumps in the ground, and yet they're amazing. And I've actually climbed up Parkhouse. I haven't done this one yet though. I haven't been up Chrome Hill, not to the top. I go halfway where that tree is and do the shooting from there. Anyway, wow, that's probably about 2 minutes of your life you'll never get back. So we're gonna take some shots. I'm going to swing the camera around and just sort of talk through what we're looking at. I'm just walking further up the hill because Craig's doing his 2 camera stuff and I don't want to fall asleep. Right, so let's see the hill now. God, the wind's a bit rough up here. Okay, folks, here we go. So this one is Parkhouse Hill. Incredible feature. We've got birds flying all around in the sky. The wind is absolutely throwing them around, so they must be loving it. Fantastic countryside there, all greens, little farmhouses. We've got roads you can use as leading lines. We've got trees, additional hills around that way. So bottom line, it's all very lovely. And we've got a bit of a moody sky, let's say. So that's what I'm going to try and work with today. Maybe do some black and white stuff. But yeah, come on, what's not to like? I've come around to the side of the hill a little bit, just to catch the character in it. You know, straight on, it's fine. You've got that line leading up to the top, but there's a few trees coming down to the base of it. I think give it character. So I'm going to try and take a couple of shots with this, with the cloud hopefully a little bit broken up again. I don't know if they'll end up being black and white or not. I'll stick it in monochrome mode and see what I think. It always feels a bit of a cheat, actually, to drop to black and white just because the clouds are shite. What can you do? Anyway, I'm gonna wander up and down this little path, and then I think we're going further up. He's doing some 400mm shot at the top of it. It'll be garbage. Oh, he's talking to camera now. Ignorant. Craig's just in 40 said we were going up to do the tree shot. So that's from this tree. It's quite nice. Yeah, you got some good lines on these ridges. Parkhouse there, but no, No, that's not what we're doing, is it, Craig?
No, we're going up.
Craig just told me we're going right to the... Remember I was saying earlier in the video, I'd never done top of Chrome Hill because it would give me a heart attack.
Halfway up.
What's the point of going halfway up?
Because that's where the composition pulls in. That's where you get the composition, halfway up.
You are a cabbage.
And then this other one here, with this branch, with a tree wrapping around half out. Come on. Come on, sir.
I thought we meant from the tree, not looking down at the top of the fucking tree. She's not, I'm not in character or anything. Christ almighty. Okay, almost to the top of the hill. I'm not going all the way up, but Craig's just looking at her composition he's been eyeing up for a while. And he's made a few observations which I think are very valid. So I'm sure he'll share them with you on his video, but I shall share my thoughts with you now. Let's take a look. Okay, so bear in mind, you're looking at this through the Pocket 3, which is got easily a sort of 24mm aperture. It's quite wide. To my eye, that tree is a lot closer. And everything on here seems like at a distance and spread out. It's not, it's actually quite compact to the eye. And that's the kind of shot I'd want to do with the camera. But you can see Craig is sat there. And that's because the composition is going to take in these ridges, of course the hill. And he was convinced that he would have to go high enough for the peak of Park House to be below the horizon, which is certainly doable up there, but he isn't going to get the shot he wants, which is where, and if you can make it out, what this ground here is effectively negative space. And what he's doing is using this tree to fill that space. By going lower, obviously the perspective changes a little bit, not too much here, but here that will push that up into the composition there. And you know, less negative space. It's a beautiful tree. It's in full bloom right now. So there you go. Okay, Craigie is just at the top of the hill that we've just ascended, my God. Because he's absolutely convinced that there's going to be some light that's going to hit them, and there isn't. There isn't. But what we did, we just talked about one of the things we're interested in, because in these iconic locations, is what your opinion is an iconic location. So I tried to spoil his video by putting loads of variables in, but bottom line is, what do you think? Just give us, for me, top 5 Peak District that you've been to, not that you've seen in someone else's shot, Peak District locations. And then if we really like them, they're not already on our list, we'll go to them, okay? Maybe even give you a shout out. How about that? So top 5 Peak District locations. Let us know what your favourites are. Why? If there's a specific season we should go, because then that might take time, of course. And yeah, maybe we'll go visit. Okay, time to wrap up. It's been a lovely morning. Great to meet up with Craig again. I love doing these icons vlogs. I want to do a lot more of these because we're well aware when we start shooting that the places we're doing have been photographed from that angle countless times. And it's, you know, have we arrived on the morning when we can capture it in our particular light, in our particular way? And I think so far we haven't. So I hope the photographs, you've enjoyed them. And you know, you come and see this area, Chrome Hill, Park House Hill, absolutely wonderful. Smack bang in the middle of a load of other stuff that I'm sure we'll be covering. But yeah, thanks for coming along. See you for the next one.